Welcome back, everybody. Chef David here. Today I'm going to cook on the precision induction cooktop from NuWave, and one of our accessories that we have is this enameled cast iron grill. Has the handles that stay cool, and it fits right on top. Even has a little drain hole and a little cup to catch extra fat if you're cooking a steak or bacon or something on here. I'm going to do something today, very simple sandwich. It's cold here right now in the prairie. Everything I'm eating is heavy. I need something light. So what we're going to do, very simple. We're going to get some vegetables. We're going to slice them thin. We're going to put a little marinade of fresh rosemary, black pepper, extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to grill them on the PIC. And I've got some beautiful pita bread. We didn't make it, we store-bought, but it's a very good one. I've opened up the pockets already. Usually with pita bread you buy in the store, if you don't know this yet, usually it's very difficult to open up the pocket unless you heated it up. So you can put it on your grill, you can put it in your NuWave oven, you can pop it anywhere to get it warm, and then once it's warmed up, then they're easy to stuff, okay? So I like to draw a little line on the top of mine to cut them. I heat them up right on the grill. I get the pockets open, and I can stuff them with our veg, all right? So let's get started here. So while we're slicing that, I can start warming up some of my bread, all right? So I've got rosemary, butcher cracked pepper, and a small pinch of kosher salt, and about a quarter cup of beautiful extra virgin olive oil. Okay, now I start off with a quarter cup for a reason. I want the ratio of herb and black pepper to oil to be significant. So I don't want a quart of oil and only a teaspoon of rosemary. All right, I'm not going to get the infusion that way. So you see now, I almost here have a beautiful herb oil, okay? The longer the rosemary sits in the oil, the more flavor will permeate into the oil, okay? So you can make this hours ahead, leave it out on the countertop with some plastic wrap over the top. When you're ready to cook, then you go ahead and use it, okay? Look at this thing get so hot, I'm already getting grill marks on the end here. Here, we'll put one on here flat so I can show you how well this thing works. Because I was skeptical that this would grill things the way I like as a chef. And I gotta tell you, it does an amazing job. And that's not a sales pitch. This is an instructional video, so I don't have to sell you. This is called a zebra eggplant. It's beautiful. It's almost like a cross between the deep purple ones that we normally see. And I don't know if you've ever seen in the supermarket a white eggplant. Beautiful. A couple of things about eggplant real quick. This part here, I always see people, they chop off the top where this thing is. My mom saw you do that, she'd have a heart attack. She always peels this part up, right? And exposes more of the eggplant. So you see what I did? Now I just take off really the stem end, and I didn't waste all that eggplant. Make mom happy. And compost that. I want to slice this long, thin strips. Now let's talk about, see, so when I was talking about the white eggplant, look inside. Look how bright white this is. And this doesn't have a lot of seed pods that the dark purple ones have. Let's talk real quick. Those grill marks. Isn't that amazing? It's even got me happy. See the pita dough starting to puff up so we can stuff them? And we'll just keep them warm on the side. All right, back to the eggplant. People say eggplant, you have to salt it to get the bitterness out. It's not true, okay? I don't recommend soaking your eggplant in salt. Doesn't help. All it does is draw out the moisture, which may help you if you're going to fry it. It's not drawing out any bitterness, guys. I could take this eggplant right here, simply rub it with this beautiful rosemary oil, put it in my NuWave oven, and roast it, and this thing will make the most incredible baba ganoush you'd ever have, right? Was that the right one, the baba ganoush? Okay, so we got some sliced eggplant. That's going to go in the marinade. This is beautiful. I'm going to save that. Zucchini. Again, I just trim off the top, a little bit of the base. So one end is the stem, and just so you know, in the zucchini, the bottom is where the zucchini flower grows. You can actually eat those zucchini flowers. They sell them separate. You can stuff them with all kinds of things and use that. So zucchini, I'm going to cut these long on what we call in a restaurant a bias, which is basically just a really long, skinny angle. Fancy word for skinny angle. And again, these will get marinated in that rosemary oil. Now, I could have put oregano in there. I could have put marjoram. I could have put fresh basil, thyme, any fresh herb I want. Beautiful, beautiful grill marks on these, huh, guys? So keep these warm. And I'm going to marinate these one at a time so they don't get soaked and they don't get oily. Yellow squash, sometimes called yellow zucchini. Take the ends here. Now, of course, these ends, you can julienne these. Put them in a salad. You can dice them up like I just here, toss it in the pasta. Please don't waste. That's never good. Worst comes to worst, at least get them in your compost, feed them to your chickens. One of the two. Okay, and again, on the yellow squash, sometimes they call it yellow zucchini. I'm going to do, again, the bias coins here. Long on the angle, okay? I've got red onion already sliced. So I'm going to do a couple of pieces of grilled red onion. And I've got beautiful portobello mushrooms. Let's talk about these a second, real quick. Beautiful grill marks, guys. Okay, so the stem. If it has dirt on the end, you trim the dirt off the stem on the end. And again, you guys will hear me say it a million times, compost it. Now the stem on the portobello is 100% edible. Pop it off. You can save this later. We could chop this up, toss this in an omelet, toss it in a pasta. Okay? Now let's talk about the gills on the portobello. People tell you all the time, you're supposed to remove these gills. I don't remove them. It's a personal thing. I think they add more depth of flavor to the mushroom. But if you were going to remove them, very simple. You just take a spoon and you just go against the grain and the gills, scrape right out, right onto your cutting board, and you can take them all out. But I think this is flavor. Now, if you are going to take them out for a dish, save these, put them in your vegetable stock, okay? Or you can compost them. So, snap the stem right off, comes right off. And again, just so you know how to do it, hold it firmly in your hand with a spoon, just like you're shaving. Gills come straight away, tumble into the cutting board. Okay? And there we go. So now these, we can slice these. Guys, look at these beautiful grill marks. That's amazing. Okay. Let's get some stuff in here. I'm going to slice these thin, like this, and get them in the olive oil. Take this one here. Don't let them soak in the olive oil. We don't want these greasy, huh? We want them to cook pretty quick on the grill. I want that rosemary olive oil flavor. Okay? And if you don't let them get too greasy, you won't develop a lot of smoke from your grill. Same with the eggplant, the zucchini, and the yellow squash. I'm just going to dip them, let them drain a little bit, and I'll start grilling them off. When I'm done with that and we come back, I'm going to show you how to stuff the most remarkable grilled pita bread sandwich with a little salad on the side. We have a nice little lunch. See you in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Chef Dave here. We're going to finish our wonderful light stuffed pita bread sandwich that we're stuffing with grilled vegetables on the PIC with the accessory you can buy, the enameled cast iron grill plate. This thing works good. Look at these grill marks I got on here. It gets hot. You can really cook vegetables pretty well on here. And again, for the marinade, we didn't over oil them. That's why I don't see a lot of smoke burning off from the oil. I don't believe in over marinating them. But I do believe in making sure that what's in the marinade is good quality. We put fresh rosemary, good black pepper, a little pinch of salt. Also, I don't know if you noticed before, but I had little secret potatoes hiding out on my grill. I've been grilling for about 35 minutes, and that's gonna be a little side salad for us. All right, so we already grilled off the bread, and that's gonna help open up the pockets. Right, we talked about that before. Once you warm up the bread, sometimes you put a spoon. Make sure you open the pocket without splitting the bread, right? So here's one. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, these are already warm. So as I'm taking the vegetables off the grill, what I like to do is go right ahead and stuff them. And I use a spoon instead of my fingers because sometimes when you're using your fingers, you can tear the pita bread, right? It's not the easiest thing in the world to do to open these up, but we get it done. So what I'm gonna do here is basically very simple. We're gonna stuff grilled vegetables inside of here. What's gonna make ours a little different is, number one, quality of the vegetables and the marinade. How beautiful they cooked on the PIC. And also, we're gonna finish ours with a little cold lettuce. I've got some red leaf lettuce here. And what I do is this. I take a nice piece or two, and I like to use it as a backdrop inside my dough. For my veg. Okay? Here's one. So again, little lettuce right in the background. And then I can start taking some veg. So I got beautiful yellow squash. Can you guys see this? Look at that. That's off my grill. Yellow squash right inside. Now this is healthy. Extra virgin olive oil, fresh herbs. Look at the zucchini, guys. Beautiful, huh? Not oily. Still firm, intact. My beautiful portobellos. Look at the grill marks. This is a good sandwich, guys, right here. You make a half a dozen of these, feed the whole family on a nice Friday night, something healthy, right? Take a piece of the eggplant. Look how nice this eggplant grilled up. Look at this, beautiful. That's why I left the eggplant long, because it almost fits perfectly inside the pita. Eggplant very popular in the Middle East. I don't know if you know that. Here's one. Just like this, I serve them. You can do it without the lettuce if you want. I like it with the red leaf lettuce in there. Zucchini, yellow squash. Beautiful portobellos. We took out the gills, if you remember. Nice piece of that wonderful zebra eggplant with that beautiful white flesh. Oh, still fresh. Oh, that's good. We get to see the grill marks anyway on it. We'll slide this in here. And let's get some red onion in this one. Beautiful red onion. All that sweetness came out from the caramel on the grill. Just like this, right? Take the rest of this if you want. And just make yourself a very simple torn salad. We'll drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil. Okay? And if we want, we can take my potatoes that we're secretly cooking without you guys knowing. These are just little baby Yukon Golds. Sometimes they call them butter potatoes. Very light olive oil, pinch of pepper. And they take a while on the grill. It's not the easiest thing in the grill. That's why I didn't give you a recipe for it. I was just kind of doing a little chef thing with that. But I wanted you guys to see it. I wanted to share it with you. All right, here's our potatoes. A little cracked pepper, a little salt on the potato. Grilled vegetable inside pita off the PIC and the Enameled cast iron grill.